Hey, welcome to the video. My name is Chelsea, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you my story of how I lost 40 pounds and kept it off after a decade of struggling to lose weight as a healthy vegan. This video is actually the introduction of a short mini course that I'm creating to help you get started on your weight loss journey. I want to give you the exact framework that I've used to lose those 40 pounds and keep them off on a plant-based diet, and my goal here with this mini course is that it provides you more value than any of the shake programs, gym memberships, personal trainers, any kind of program that you have purchased so far, so that you can take this information, start applying it, and get on with your life. Stop trying to lose weight consistently, because you will have done it. You would have known exactly what to do, and you can move on living in a body that you enjoy, that you feel reflects who you are. This is what I've been able to do, and I believe that you should be able to have that too. And full disclosure, I have a weight loss program for vegan women called Lean with Plants, and in that program we help women apply these concepts and, using proven methods of behavioral change, actually implement them consistently so they see long-term results. Because as life-changing as this information is, you still need to apply it consistently, otherwise it doesn't work, right? If we don't apply, then nothing changes, even if you have all of the knowledge. And that's why I feel that I can give every single piece of this framework to you for free. Because if you can take this away and you apply it consistently, then you never needed me in the first place. All you needed was that little knowledge piece. So the goal of this mini course is to help you understand these frameworks and start applying them so you can lose your first 10, 15, maybe even 20 pounds and have confidence that what you are doing is going to get you to your goals long term. The goal of Lean with Plants is slightly different. The goal here with the program is to help you implement those if you are struggling to change those behaviors and actually get consistent. The Lean with Plants program is there to give you the tools that help you stop starting again on Monday, binging, struggling with cravings, and stop that self-sabotage cycle. This is the deep work here. It's applying that knowledge piece, and it's becoming the kind of person who has the habits and the lifestyle that allows you to get to your goal weight and then maintain that for the rest of your life. So if you need help getting started, you want confidence about what you're doing, and you want the exact framework that I use to kickstart it all, then this mini course is for you. So I'm going to share a bit of my story. So I struggled with my weight for about a decade. I started trying to lose weight in my early teens, and I started with calorie counting. I was eating nowhere near enough food, and I thought that if I went onto a vegan diet, then I would automatically start to lose weight. Well, the thing was that I did lose a lot of weight, but I was hungry all the time. I was nowhere eating enough food. I was scared of carbohydrates. I was trying to eat a vegan diet without many carbohydrates. I was also calorie counting at the same time. I was weak going upstairs, and I was not able to maintain that. It was like this conglomerate of information, keto and low carb and vegan diet and calorie counting and macros and excessive exercise, and the result was that I lost the weight and then gained it all back again and more. So about 3 months after this first weight loss attempt in my early 20s and late teens, I found a raw diet, and it was very popular at the time. There was a lot of people on YouTube who had abs, and they were eating mostly fruit, which means you can eat huge portions of food. I was very attracted to this lifestyle because who doesn't want to eat as much as they can and lose weight? But the thing that was really detrimental for me was that I was convinced that I had to do something like raw, or something that felt very difficult and hard to maintain, or I wouldn't see results. And because it was hard and difficult to do, and I was never fully satisfied, and I got hungry so quickly afterwards, even if I had a huge smoothie, I was never able to get consistent with that kind of diet. And so I went on this kind of process or journey of thinking that the only way I could lose weight was a raw, strict diet. And so anytime I tried to lose weight, I would do like a 2-week raw stint, the longest I ever did was actually 4 months, and it was very, very difficult. But then as soon as that was over, I wouldn't go back to eating, normal healthy food like potatoes and beans and rice and vegetables. I would go to eating Domino's pizzas. And just so we're clear, Domino's has a vegan pizza in New Zealand. I found out recently when I went to America that they don't there. So yes, I've been vegan for a long time, but I would pendulum swing from this dieting and being in this very much like I need to lose weight desperation mode to then binging on processed food. And this lasted for years. Like I did this cycle for, like I said, nearly a decade. And there was all these beliefs that I had about my own ability to lose weight. I thought my body was broken, which meant it was inherently harder for me. I'm sure you might feel the same. I've talked to a lot of women that have. I thought that I had to exercise a lot to lose any weight. Thought it had to be difficult. I thought that I would have to be hungry or it wasn't working. I thought I couldn't eat certain foods, or I thought that I had to eat those certain foods in certain windows, like only in the morning or before 6 p.m. I really was convinced that I'd damaged my metabolism through years of dieting, and I would see these vegan influencers eating tons of normal healthy foods like breads, potatoes, rice, beans, and I thought that they had a unicorn metabolism. I was actually so jealous of people who really I look like now and that my body is similar to, because I thought there is no way that I could be like that eating a moderate or normal amount of food. I thought that if I was going to achieve those kind of results, I would have to be in torture almost constantly. And so that's what I tried to do. So I thought weight loss was a mystery. I believed I would have to go hungry. I believed I had to have a ton of willpower. I knew from experience that I didn't have a lot of willpower, especially when I was feeling restricted. And I also thought that I would be constantly hungry and that I would have no freedom or flexibility and that I had to be 100% rigid if I was ever going to get those kind of results. And I also thought this is going to take me so long because my metabolism is broken, I can't lose weight easily, and I knew that I could never stick to something long enough and I would keep stopping and starting again. The reality was nothing could have been further from the truth. Once I started to apply these frameworks, I lost 40 pounds in the space of about a year and a half, and I've been able to maintain that for 3+ years. I have more freedom, I am less hungry, I eat as much food as I want, I do not need to restrict in any way, and it was quicker than I ever thought possible, plus I am maintaining that with ease. I think the best part of this is that I know that I never need to diet again, and I'm confident that I can maintain this for the rest of my life. So I started my journey 3 months postpartum with my second daughter, and in that first month, I was able to lose 8 pounds, which was more than I'd ever lost. Now, the key thing here was that I didn't go hungry at all that entire time. Over the next 6 months, I lost the majority of the rest of the weight, and I got to my goal weight, or the lowest weight that I'd had ever in my adult life within the first year. After that, I actually went on to lose even more weight and become the leanest that I have the most energy that I've ever had. And I love this part so much because it just has gone on to change so many areas. I always had a goal to do a pull-up, or a chin-up, this kind of thing. And I was able to do my first chin-up. And then I went on to do 10. My PB is actually 11 chin-ups. I started a business. I was able to have more energy, run a half marathon, and I've got 2 kids. So it's an understatement to say this has changed my life. And the thing that I'm so passionate about here is that this wasn't a fluke. That once I understood the frameworks that I'd use, that this could be applied to other people as well. Like Cassie, who lost 50 pounds in Lean with Plants after years and years of yo-yo dieting. Or Keisha, who's now lost 50 pounds and continues to lose more and has even broken her plateau in Lean with Plants. Like Katie, who overcame a decade of disordered eating and broke her plateau in Lean with Plants. Like Linda, who lost over 50 pounds in her late 60s with an autoimmune disease. And like Beth, who is in her 60s as well and has lost 40 pounds after trying 40 plus diets over the course of her life. And Linda, who has lost 15 pounds and counting, but more importantly is now binge free for the first time in 20 years. So I'm 100% confident that if you apply these frameworks consistently, look, apply is the key thing here. There's no magic if you don't apply it. But if you do, then I'm 100% confident that you can get to a lean goal weight and maintain that for the rest of your life. So what changed? That is the most important question, and that's what we're going to be covering in this mini course. And if you're watching on YouTube, then check out the description where you can see the full course on my website with helpful downloads, visuals to help you understand the concepts more, and more content to dig deeper. The rest of this mini course will cover the 5 foundational components to get you started in your weight loss journey. The first one is understanding the truth about weight loss. This is why it happens, what's happening when it doesn't, even though you feel like you're doing everything right, and how to demystify a lot of the BS that you would have heard over the past 50 years. Number 2 is understanding calorie density. This is going to help you to design meals that are lower in calories without making you go hungry. You can actually eat more food when you apply this principle. This is about understanding the different impacts that different foods have on whether you gain weight or lose weight, how to design your meals in a way that gets you into that weight loss zone without complex weighing or calorie counting. Number 3 is what to eat a lot of and what to limit or avoid so that you can get into that weight loss zone. This is the really practical part of calorie density and understanding simple principles that make it easy to design your meals and what you eat to get into that zone. Number 4 is building your weight loss meals. This is how to create meals that predictably get you into the right calorie zone for weight loss. And I've created a simple 4-step framework that is going to help make this really easy so you can apply it to any situation. Number 5 is to stop self-sabotaging and get consistent. We're going to briefly touch on some of the obstacles to applying these things like binging, cravings, getting your period, eating out with friends, lacking motivation. We're going to talk about some of the first steps to change these ingrained behaviors, and these changes are things like developing habits, understanding how to hack motivation and not need a ton of willpower, setting up your environment for success, and getting consistent so that you can not only lose weight, but that you can actually keep it off for life. I'm so excited to go through this course with you, and I really want this to be truly more valuable than any money that you have spent on weight loss up until this point. So if you're on YouTube, sign up below to get started, and if you already have, then I'll see you in the next lesson.